Yes, ready. This is a dictation at the rate of 100 words per minute. Yes, start. Sir, some of the multinationals have become very powerful, though they are very small states by themselves. Their own obligation is to themselves and not to the country where they function. Their interest is in their corporate entity, and making profits at any cost has been their mission, and therefore they have been functioning through their branches in various countries. They have not hesitated even to meddle into the political affairs of those countries sometimes. There is no doubt about that. Even countries like America worry about their corporate wealth and the corporate challenges that these companies pose to their own countries. To say that these companies are loyal to their own countries is also not true. In fact, there was an instance. The classic example is that the American Oil Company refused to provide fuel to the American 7th Fleet during the 1973 oil crisis. So you can say that even the 7th Fleet could be deprived of oil if an American company made up its mind not to give it. Para. So whether we like it or not, multinationals do exist. They function in more than one country, but the whole discussion revealed a confusion in regard to foreign capital brought into the country. If you are saying that no foreign capital should be brought into this country at all, wherever it may come from, then take that decision. Believe it that I am not one of those who want foreign capital for the development of the country if the country is willing to accept the discipline and the compulsions that go along with it. You cannot have a soft policy and at the same time preach against the foreign capital. Where do we get the money from? The answer is deficit financing may be a source, and you may also say that tax the people as much as you like. But savings in this country have been given a go by completely. After all, those who have surplus money will save, whether it is working class or whichever other class it may be. This kind of pattern is necessary to build up the country, because if we do not have money, we have human resources. We will have to find out how to put these human resources into use effectively. Our policies should aim to protect those who have a job. Today, we claim that we have got the third largest trained and skilled manpower in the world. We have trained scientists, technocrats, and engineers after the USA and USSR, but still we have not been able to make use of this manpower appropriately. Today, though we have been recognized as an industrially developed country with a strong base and are as good as any other country, but that does not mean that we are fully self sufficient. Look at our agriculture. Our farmers are facing many hardships related to loans and getting a good price for their crops. Climate is also becoming unpredictable because of the global warming. Stop and over.